Welcome to the Living in Utah live question and answer session Thursday evening right here on YouTube. This is a live event. Nothing is recorded, just an open platform. You're welcome to ask any kind of questions you want, whether it's about the state of Utah, investing in Utah. Maybe you're joining us from a country around the world and you have questions about the United States. I'm glad to answer what you have. So, good evening, Blue Fate. It's been a great week in Utah as far as weather goes. We are in the northern part of the state. We are in about the 90s. In the southern part of the state, we are over 100 degrees. Last weekend was really bad. We had pretty much Friday and Saturday, the wildfires from California, the weather front changed to where it blew it. Our air quality was a solid red day. We couldn't see the mountains. It was just nasty out there, really, really nasty. That cleared up around Monday or Tuesday. So where those wildfire smoke is going, I do not know. But, so what's the scariest spider in Utah? We have some monsters living in our basement. So good question. I do not know the scariest. I mean, I've seen black widows before. One thing that I do at my house, and I don't remember the name of the product. I would have to go in the garage and take a look. But I went to IFA, Intermountain Farmers. They have stores throughout the Wasatch Front. And I asked a man there for something to take care of spiders. And he gave me this chemical. You mix like 1 ounce to a gallon of water. I put it in a pump spray. I spray the outside of my house at least once a month, maybe twice a month with that product. And I get no spiders in my house. It's like a home defense type of product. I also have some home defense stuff I also spray too. But this particular product was designed just for spiders. So can't think of the name of it right now. It's in the garage. It's like white in color, looks like milk, and you mix it. And I get a pump up bottle and I fill it up, and it's been very, very good luck. Someone else told me about it, and at least once a month do I spray the outside of my house with this product, maybe twice. I try to do when I like mow the grass, when I'm spraying some other weeds. I'll try to grab that bottle. It's already mixed up. Just walk around the house real quick, around the foundation, and it takes care of spiders. It's great, great product. If I remember next week, I will bring it with me. Put it here. Hobo spider, maybe 3 inches in diameter. Yeah, we do have hobo spiders. My wife got bit by a hobo spider once, so it really, really, really swelled up. So, yeah, we do have hobo spiders here. Utah. Apart from the wildfires, the other controversy we had in the state of Utah started out, beginning of the week, is the mask mandate for kids in school. So earlier in the week, Salt Lake County, one of the largest counties we have in the state, approved a measure that would require masks to be worn by kids under the age of 12. And the thinking was, under the age of 12, you do not get the opportunity to get a vaccine at the current moment. So they wanted to protect the kids in that age group. So that was what the policy was at the beginning of this week, and maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. And there has been controversy, a lot of debates back and forth, both sides. And as of this afternoon, that just changed. They reversed the decision. They will not require masks at the current moment. Could change. So there was people wanting to pull their kids out of school, homeschool, online school. It is a very hot topic right now in the state of Utah. And I would imagine if Salt Lake County approves something like that, some of the other counties may fall in line. So, but right now, as of today, I just heard today that they have rescinded that recommendation. So, interesting. It has been a hot topic in the state of Utah. Blue Fate, is porn illegal in Utah? Wow. How do I answer that? I guess I would say no, it's not illegal as per se. You know, there are places that you know, so like your internet providers, not internet providers, TV providers is what I was thinking of. That's where my mind was going, TV providers. So the channels are not blocked. If you want to subscribe to those channels on Dish Network, DirecTV, et cetera, they are available. So it is available. You just do not see it as readily available. So before we had the online option of all the porn channels, and you had the old VHS stores or DVD stores, you did not see access to it as much. There would be like a room and it'd be blocked off, and there would be age restrictions to rent those particular videos. They were available. Now, some people, because of religious beliefs that own some of those stores, decided not to stock those videos at the time. We no longer really have any VHS, DVD stores that I'm aware of. They've all closed down. So in that sense, I guess it's not illegal, but I believe it's illegal to produce the films. And I'm guessing on this. I really don't know the law, but I would imagine that those particular films are not produced in this state. There might be some laws against that, but I'm not 100% certain. And I say that with a smiling face or a little bit of a laughter, because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, so there was a auto repair place, and they got busted. This is years ago, but they had a side business, I guess, in the back room or somewhere, and they were making porn at their business and doing a very good job, or you know, selling a lot of it and making it as like a side business, and they got in trouble for that. So I was thinking about that in the back of my mind. So it was not. But as far as other things like strip clubs, we do have strip clubs in the state of Utah. You just don't find many of them. It is legal. So there's part of the answer. But as far as 100% legal, no, the channels are available. You can subscribe, I believe, with all the companies, whether you have DirecTV, Dish Network, or I have Comcast at my house. I believe it's on there. I don't know. I do not subscribe, so I really haven't really looked. So, the other thing, I was going to talk tonight a little bit about the growth in Utah. If you have any questions, by all means, just shoot them up on the screen. So, growth in Utah, another topic for the state of Utah, because we are starting to get some of the data from the 2020 census, covered the last 10 years. And I don't know how great of a job the census was last year with everything else going on. So whether it was as big of a success as they anticipated or not. But the census data, some of it is in. They're starting to release some of the information. I've got some of that information for you. A couple things are kind of interesting on it. We are a growth state. We have been a growth state. But our population in the state of Utah grew to 3.27 million, which is an increase of 508,000 residents over the 10 years, 2010 to 2020. That's an 18.4% increase, which is the highest percentage increase in the nation We only, the states that trail us would be Idaho to the north, Texas to the south, and North Dakota. I was a little surprised seeing North Dakota on there, but I guess it's booming up there too. But when we look at those numbers, we had 500,000 more people to our state, 3.27 million. When we compare that to some other states, I mean, we really are a small state. The state of California has 40 million residents, according to this report. And Texas has roughly 30 million residents. So we are like 1/10 the population of Texas in numbers. So when it comes to our growth, our overall numbers of 3.27 million is very small compared to states like Texas and California. Sometimes in my travels and in my videos and stuff, people feel like the whole state of California is moving to Utah, and it's so far from the truth. I mean, they have 40 million residents, so our population has increased by 500,000, but that could be people from Arizona, Texas, the Northeast, all over, overseas, et cetera, et cetera. So interesting fact. So we are becoming more diverse also. So 1 in 5 Utahns is a racial or ethnic minority. 1 in 5. That is our new numbers. Also, 1 in 4 individuals in Utah are under the age of 18. We are known as a state for large families or families in general. So that leads to that. And that also leads to the fact that we have been known as one of the youngest states as far as the average age of people in the state of Utah. But we are getting a little bit older. So the median age in Utah during the census was 30.8. So 30 years old, 8 months. When 10 years earlier, we were at 29.2. Some other key data. St. George claimed the #1 title for the fastest growing metro area in the United States for 2 years consistent. And it has cracked the top 10 throughout many of those other years. So it's constantly growing. They say here that the change is being fueled in a large part by retirees and those individuals desiring to work in the tourism industry. And I would agree with that. St. George has been a hot spot for retirees. So that's some of the key data so far that's been released in the Census Bureau about the state of Utah. I pretty much knew about the growth. It's been reported before a little bit on different levels, but so 500,000 people in the last 10 years to the state of Utah. Any more questions this evening that I can help you with? Has been a great time in Utah right now. This to me is one of the July temperatures sometimes for me. When we start hitting that 100-degree temperature, it gets a little bit toasty for me. But now that we start hitting August, start September, and we get some of those days where we're at like 90 degrees, 92 degrees, I just love this time of year. I really do. 90, 92, drop down about 88, 87 as we get into September. It's just beautiful for outdoor recreation. So great, great, great. That is about all I have for this evening. If we have any more questions, I will definitely take them up. If not, I will call it an early evening. Last week, I was on for over an hour. So tonight, it's about 15 minutes. Now that we got football season starting, preseason games. So I believe there's some preseason games tonight. I know there was last Thursday, but I I believe there's some preseason games being played this evening too. So, well, I will see everybody next week, and thank you very much.